Hey, I'm Randy, and you're watching The Cheap Audio Man. Here at The Cheap Audio Man, we help folks find high-value, hi-fi, home theater, and headphone equipment. And today, I know you've been waiting for it all year. It's the 2021 Cheap Audio Man Audio Awards. That's right. Proof positive that any idiot on the internet can do an annual awards show for audio equipment. So, sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and let's bestow some awards upon audio equipment that are meaningless. Not the audio equipment, the awards. You know, as I look into this camera and pretend like there's an audience watching me up here talking, it warms my heart to see all the smiling faces and the camaraderie. It looks like a AARP convention. I'm going to try to do a few jokes here. Probably aren't going to be funny. Digital Dan may get a kick out of a few of them, but how many audio files does it take to change a light bulb? 3. It takes 1 to change the light bulb and the other 2 to argue about how much better the old light bulb was. Yeah. Iron, arsenic, mercury, and cadmium formed a 5-member band. Yeah, they were a heavy metal band. Yeah. I was gonna make a joke about Freak on the Leash, but I figured that might be too corny. Corny. Freak on a Leash. All right. DACs of the year. There's going to be 3 of them. Okay, different price categories. The DAC of the year, under $1,000, is the DENAFRIPS Aries 2. It's an R2R DAC, and anybody that's listened to one, for the most part, I don't know. I actually haven't seen or heard of any bad reviews. I have 5, 6, 7 folks in my Patreon that have purchased the DENAFRIPS. They all love it. You can check around on YouTube, but most people love that DAC. So less than $1,000, DAC of the year, DENAFRIPS Aries 2. Less than $500, the DAC of the year goes to the GESHELLI Labs J2. Fantastic balanced DAC, very full sounding, incredible. $250 or $300 if you opt for the USB connection. Under $150, thereabouts, the SCHIIT Modi 3 Plus. 3 DACs of the year, DENAFRIPS Aries 2, GESHELLI Labs J2, and a SCHIIT Modi. Our, growing up, our town had a rock band, and their name was Pangea. Pangea. Yeah, I always wondered if they broke up, if they would rename themselves to be the Continental Drift. Yeah. All right, next category is DAC headphone amp combo. It's a combo. So for less than $150, the DAC headphone combo award goes to the AIYIMA T8. It has a little tube in there, has a headphone amp, also basically is a fully functioning DAC with a remote control. Very good product. The DAC headphone amp award for less than $150 goes to the AIYIMA T8. The more expensive DAC headphone amp, the award goes to the Topping EX5. It's $350, has a very nice DAC in it, and a headphone amp. Either one of those is a great DAC. Variable output, remote control, which means you can hook those up to an amp that doesn't have a remote control and have a remote control. Yeah, amazing. We're also going to have some quotes from maybe some famous people about music. And we'll start it off with this one right here. I don't like country music, but I don't mean to denigrate those who do. And for people that do like country music, denigrate means put down. That's from Bob Newhart. Tower Speaker of the Year, EMOTIVA T1 Plus. It's fantastic. I think it's $700. I think $700 or $800. $700. Fills a large room. 2 woofers, mid-range driver. Fantastic tweeter. Really like EMOTIVA speakers. maybe not be your cup of tea with how it looks, I say get over it, because it sounds awesome. The EMOTIVA T1 Plus. Tower Speaker of the Year. I wanted to talk about my brother. He's a drummer in a band called Missing Cats. Yeah, you've probably seen the posters. Missing Cats. Drummer. The full-size integrated amp of the year, Cheap Audio Man Award, is the, once again, EMOTIVA TA1. It is a fantastic integrated amp, has a phono stage, has a fully functioning DAC, has preamp outs. It has preamp outs with a high-pass filter, remote control, Bluetooth, 60 watts into 8, 100 watts into 4. You can't beat it for $550. It's fantastic. Sounds great. You can add a power amp later, like the A2, or really want to step up to the GPA Gen 3 2-channel, which is what I have. EMOTIVA TA1 Integrated Amp of the Year. Okay, we have another quote from a famous rock musician, and he says, if you wanted to torture me, you'd tie me down and make me watch my first 5 music videos. That comes from John Bon Jovi. Thanks, John. That's a nice quote. Okay, this award goes to the desktop DAC amp, speaker amp. So it's got a DAC, and you can connect your speakers to it. So, first one is the AIYIMA D03. It's about $160. Has a remote. Sounds great. Sounds awesome. Not shrill or harsh like some Class Ds can be. Actually has a lot of body. It's very good. Or the AIYIMA A08. I actually haven't done that review, but I have it in-house. It does sound awesome. Difference is the A08 is kind of like the A07, but it has an external power supply. Same amp chips and everything, and it has a DAC, but no remote. Okay, another joke. What has 9 arms and sucks? Def Leppard. Ouch, that one hurts, because I like Def Leppard. 9 arms. Streamer of the Year. The more expensive award for the more expensive streamer goes to, drum roll, the Bluesound Node. I think it went up in price to $600. Again, I haven't released that review, but I do have it in-house, and I have played around with it. Not only that, I listened to it, too. Again, it's awesome. Just like the Bluesound Node 2i, except better and more expensive. Just by a bit, though. The more affordable streamer of the year goes to the ARYLIC S9 Pro Plus. Does everything very similar to what the Bluesound does. But it doesn't play gaplessly. On some platforms it does play gaplessly. Not Amazon Music though. Streamers. Streamer of the Year awards go to Bluesound Node and the ARYLIC S50 Pro Plus or Plus Pro. Another quote from a famous rock band or person. He says, "I'm sick of people saying we made 11 albums that sound exactly the same. In fact, we made 12 albums that sound exactly the same." Comes from Angus Young, AC/DC. Turntable of the Year. I really got back into vinyl. 2 reasons why I got back into vinyl: the expense and the inconvenience. Yeah. So the Turntable of the Year award goes to the FLUANCE RT85 Ortophon OM something blue. It's awesome. It sounds incredible. It's $500. If you want something more affordable, the UTURN Orbit. They have a variety of cartridges to choose from. A little bit more affordable. FLUANCE RT85 Turntable of the Year. Or get something from UTURN. DIY awards. Speakers, less than $1,000. CSS Audio, CRITONE 1TD or 1TDX. Although I don't know if the 1TDX can be had for less than $1,000. Anyway, that's the expensive DIY speaker. Speaker of the Year goes to CSS Audio. The Speaker of the Year for less than $500 for the DIY goes to, you guessed it, GR Research XLS Encore The preamp of the year, I've only done one DIY preamp. AKITIKA or AKITIKA PT 102, I think. Actually, it's the PR 102. The DIY amp of the year goes to the GT 102. I've got them right over there. Again, by AKITIKA. You can also look at the amp camp kit. About $336. Amp camp kit. Sound good. More traditional though, it's going to be the AKITIKA amp camp kit. Kind of like a tube. So if you're into measurements or something, you want to get the AKITIKA. AKITIKA. You know, a lot of folks don't know that the first cut of Nirvana's Insecticide, that album, was only used to cover the Beatles. Yeah. They remade it though. Speakers, less than $1,000. And guess what? Because everyone increased their prices, a lot of people got left out. Actually, the winner of the sub $1,000 speaker category just got priced out of the category to $1,200. So guess what? I'm not even going to mention them. I guess I will. The SVS Ultras. Very good speaker. But they're $1,200 now. So, the new Speaker of the Year award for less than $1,000 goes to the Polk R200. Congratulations, Polk. What do you think, Rocktopus? Yep, Rocktopus agrees with the Polk R200. Funny story, in high school, my buddies and I had a cover band, and it was called the Duvet. Actually, if I could ever meet the inventor of the Duvet, I would punch him square in the jaw. Because I don't know about you, but we have multiple duvets in the house. The kids have one, we have one, and guess what? When I wash them and take the interior out of it and I wash it, I get very angry trying to get the interior back into it and get it just maneuvered correctly. Because it's a blanket inside another blanket. It's like a blanket cover. It's like a shirt for a blanket. Why not just use 2 blankets or 1 blanket? The Duvet. Confusing folks for decades. That should be a sponsor. Duvet. Sith Audio Duvet. I might do that. All right. Speaker of the Year award, less than $600, goes to the WHARFEDALE. 12.2. Again, it was going to go to the EMOTIVA, or not the EMOTIVA, the ELAC Unified 2.0. Guess what? They increased their price to $700. So now, Speaker of the Year award, less than $600, WHARFEDALE. 12.2. You know, there's rumors going around that Kansas and Toto are going to tour together. People think it's going to be a whirlwind tour. Toto, Kansas. Whirlwind tour. Speaker of the Year award for less than $200. Big surprise here. Sony SSCS5 can go on sale down to $88, but even less than $200. They beat out everybody. The Sony SSCS5. Another quote from a famous musician. He says, "Let me be clear about this. I don't have a drug problem. I have a police problem." From Keith Richards. From the Beatles. Just kidding. It's not from the Beatles. All right, back to the awards. Speaker of the Year award, less than $100, goes to the MOUKIE. I can't remember. It's the bookshelf speaker. I'll put it in the description. I'll link it in the description. The MOUKIE bookshelf speaker. They're right up there. I use it to test all of my new vintage equipment because if I blow them up, they're only $60. But they're quite a decent little speaker for $60. So annual physical, going to the doctor, sitting down with him at the end and going through my labs, and he says, you have a disease, but we can treat it. I said, what's the cure? He said, it's an 80s rock band fronted by Robert Smith, but let's stay focused. Headphones. Headphones of the year, less than $500 headphone of the year. Actually, less than $1 million headphone of the year goes to the HIFIMAN SUNDARA. $350. One of the most brilliant sounding headphones I've ever heard. Less than $200 goes to the SENNHEISER HD 560S. fantastic headphone. Less than $200. Headphone of the year. 2 headphones of the year. SUNDARA, SENNHEISER HD 560S. Why did the farmer start a rock band? Because he was sick of Hall & Oates. Yeah. Closeback headphone of the year goes to the Dan Clark AEON Closed RT. Or you can get the drop Dan Clark AEON Closebacks. Closeback headphone of the year. Although I've been listening to the Monolith M1070C, and they're pretty awesome, but they actually kind of hurt my head. That review is forthcoming. So one more award, but we also have one more quote. This comes from a movie director. You may have heard of him. He says, the inventor of the bagpipes was inspired when he saw a man carrying an indignant asthmatic pig under his arm. Comes from Alfred Hitchcock. All right. Last award. Thank you for sticking with us. It is the Subwoofer of the Year, SVS SB 1000 Pro. Fantastic subwoofer, but more importantly, a fantastic app. So you can just put it wherever you want, pull up the app, dial in all the crossover, the levels, everything. So, 2021 awards, everything will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching the channel. We've had great growth this year. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that watches, even the people that give me nasty comments. I still appreciate you. So if you want to support the channel, you can sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/cheapaudioman. Every Sunday night we have Patreon-only Zooms. We also have a Patreon-only Facebook group. You can also sign up for Amazon Music. Get 6 months of Disney Plus for free, 3 months for Amazon Music for free. Sign up, even if you cancel, I get a couple of dollars. That's pretty cool. You can also use any of the links in the description. Most of these links are affiliate links. Some aren't. You can use the affiliate links and help support the channel. It doesn't cost you anymore. So don't binge watch anything on Netflix or Hulu. Binge listen maybe through one of the prestigious CAM Awards for 2021 winners and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.